welcome back to part 2, I guess, of our Blue Mage extravaganza. Fuck, cut that part out. Welcome back to part 2 of the Blue Mage extravaganza. Last time we did a bunch of leveling, for the most part, and some miscellaneous spell collecting and getting caught up on the quest line. However, we can no longer continue the quest line, which is down this hallway over here. Because we go take a quick gander. It requires dungeon requirement Dirty Rotten Azomagia. And that is not a dungeon. That is not a dungeon. That is actually the Masked Carnivale. Specifically, all the way down here, the very last one. So, I don't know if you have to do these in order or not. However, I am going to do them in order. In between last video and this video, I did some collecting. I went around hunting blue mage spells for a while. What's this one? Oh. Nice. Didn't even know I had that. I went around looking for spells for my blue mage and collecting some. We have a lot more tools than we did before. Hopefully, theoretically, this should be all we need. We'll see how far we can get before we really need to backtrack and get some more spells from dungeons and stuff. I don't have, that's what a lot of these holes are. A lot of these are, I mean, actually it tells you. Okay, I guess there's an enemy in Northern Thonalon that has whatever that spell was. The video I was looking at recommended a dungeon. But you can see a lot of these are dungeon related or totems. So, today, we're gonna go in to the Masked Carnivale. We'll worry about leveling later. At some point I do want to sit down and level this to level 90. But first things first, let's do some mask. Cut that part out. Let's do some I almost said maxed again. Masked Carnivale. There we go. Now, we have all these little, like, previews and stuff, and we also get to see, if I click the first one and hover over enemies, we can see kind of some of their things. Vulnerabilities. Right. Now, I did know one thing, is that if you kill everything, even though you die, you don't lose, as long as everything is dead. So, I have a plan. And the plan is going to be called self-destruct. I have self-destruct right here. We have bristle, which will boost our damage, and we have toad oil. So we'll just grab toad oil. We'll put it right there. All right. We'll get rid of our sleep for now. We'll do that. And we'll see what we can do. This one should be pretty simple. Okay. We toad oil. I'm a sure cast, so this is nice and easy. We bristle. And then we self-destruct. And everything should die. And we did it! That's one down. And we get a bunch of bonuses, I guess, for doing different things. I don't know what these are. I guess we could take a look. Okay, so it says 2 acts, so we can't die on the first one. We're gonna have to fight legitimately, but, oh, they have elemental weaknesses. Okay. So wind, ice, and earth. Ice and okay, I know of an ice and an earth spell I could use, and then here, fire, lightning, and water. I have Ram's voice, which I've been using. I'm not the biggest fan of Dragon's voice personally. I actually think it kind of sucks because Dragon's voice is a donut, and it's really hard to aim. So I'm gonna take that off my list. Oh, that's fire damage. Yeah, let's take bomb toss. All right, we'll use Ram's voice on phase 1, we'll use bomb toss on phase 2, and then when we get things to like half health, we'll just self-destruct them. Phase 1, grab all our boys. All right, we have that spell as well, which makes them take more damage. This isn't going as smooth as I thought it would, I'll be honest with you. Huh. Yeah, no, this isn't going smooth at all. Let's just try that again. Okay, we're gonna bad breath. We're gonna hit him with this. Bristle. All right, and then we're gonna bristle, Ram's voice, bristle, Ram's voice. Maybe a bit of bad breath again to weave it through. Bristle, Ram's voice. See, my big worry is that they're still very much alive. Bristle, bad breath, gotta heal out. Bad breath again, because I don't like what they're casting, and that interrupts them. Okay, we have this. All right. Wave 1 complete. I think the breath helped, because it puts a damage down on them, and it paralyzes them, so they don't get to attack as often. It also does an interrupt. Who knew that annoying-ass Morble would be so useful? Okay, now we bomb toss. So we bring them all together again. We bad breath. We hit him with this. We hit him with this. I think we're going to do a Ram's voice initially. Right? Just for the stun. We're going to do one of these. We're going to do one of these. How low do we think is low enough? Let's give him another stun here. It's not going to hold him for long, but it will give us time for damage. All right. I think we hold off until now. Toad oil, bristle, good night. We did it! Score could have been better. Probably. But we did it. All right, that's 2 down. Let's see what's next. Okay, this one looks pretty straightforward. It's just a golem and he's weak to water. He's vulnerable to blind, interruption, paralysis, and slow. So we're going to Morble him and then water cannon him to death. Right? Like, that's just the strat here. So we should be all set. Get sardined. Just because I felt like it. All right. Let's do that. Let's pop Bristle. Is this all we do? He's really not that dangerous. I know this is probably not the best Blue Mage gameplay you've ever seen, but, my blue mage gameplay, so do with that what you will. Bristle, off guard, bristle, water cannon, bristle, swift cast, water cannon. Get another bad breath down on there. Another bristle. This is gonna take a while. Do we go for the kill shot on the next off guard? I think we do. Fish, get sardined, idiot. This should kill. It didn't kill! Okay. Okay. Final Sting ain't the play. I like the music in here. Kind of groovy. It reminds me of Hildebrand. I really should have paid attention to the number he had when I used Final Sting last time, because I don't know. And like, there's definitely a point where it's like, okay, we probably could do it. I feel like this is the point where we can do it. We got him. There it is. Clear time, 5:30. 5:33. What's the thing say? Watch it be like 12 seconds. Oh, ideal completion time 2:45. What? What about this one? Am I just bad? Do I just suck at the video game? Okay, there's this weekly target, which is optional. That's its whole own thing. Weak to lightning, weak to lightning, weak to fire. Okay. We do have fire. We do technically. Oh, we have the laser. And you're also weak to lightning. And you just seem to be a normal boss. Okay. We're just going to fight them the way we've been fighting, I guess. All right. We're going to set them up like this. They're doing so much damage, though. Can we freeze them again? No. Is there something I'm missing? I'm about to Google something. I'm gonna look something up. I don't know if gear actually impacts Max Carnival. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so apparently gear kind of does impact it, so I need to go repair my gear. I'm gonna go do that. And then we'll continue this, and maybe I'll actually have damage. All right. Gear repaired. High level increased. try that a second time. Maybe that was the problem. Damage still doesn't feel great. At all. Okay, we're gonna do a quick field trip. I wanted to avoid this as much as possible, but unfortunately, it does not seem that I can. Ultra Vibration and Ram's Voice, that's the strat. So we're just gonna come out here and do this. I probably don't need this buff on, honestly. So we're just gonna hunt these guys till we get Ultra Vibration. Alright. Now we can go back to Ulda. Alright, 1 Ultra Vibration later. And we should be ready to go. Let's want that there. So this is a 1-2 insta-kill combo, right? You do an AoE freeze, and then the Ultra Vibration should shatter anything with deep freeze. And it's got a cooldown. Alright, so theoretically we just throw a fish, right? Swift cast, freeze, and then everyone dies. Man, that's so much easier than what I've been doing. Do I get my cooldowns back for the next round, though, is the question. I do not. So we're just gonna have to fight them legit, I guess. That's fine. Oh. Let's do this. And Ultra Vibration. GG. Oh no, they all got out of the freeze. That's mildly annoying. It's fine. Woohoo! Alright, on to the next one. Okay, they can be petrified and frozen. And they can be deathed. Well, I feel like we know the answer to this one, right? Like, surely this is just a matter of... We can't get all 3 of them. How much damage do you do? 1, huh? 7. Oh, okay. I have an idea. Hold on. I have an idea. Where is Sticky Tongue? What if we pulled them? Do they need to be vulnerable to pull? I don't see anything about them not being vulnerable to pull. If we just... Huh. Where is 1,000 needles, right? Deals a fixed 1,000 damage. This should work. Fixed damage makes me think it would ignore defense. Like it doesn't care, right? So we're gonna Ram's Voice 2 of them. Pop. Get out of here. And then 1,000 needles. Oh, this has a long cast time. But it should do 1,000 damage. It worked. Perfect. There we go. Look, we're learning. And cleared. Easy peasy. And we got an achievement. I want to say this is the one where you have to get blinded. Okay. And so I'm immune to all of the damage. Okay. This is pretty straightforward. All right, I'm blind. Now we do Ram's Voice. Now we do Ultra Vibration. Everything dies. And now it's just this and me. And we got 40 seconds until where blind is gone and then we're in danger. Woohoo! Alright, that one was easy. First things first. Okay, when the slime dies, everything dies. Right about here should do, right? Alright, the fish does not kill. Good to know. Easy. Wish I had like a AoE. Oh, he's charging up something. Should I get behind this wall? Yeah, probably. Okay. Ow. Let me just heal. Oh! I should be plenty safe over here, right? Yeah. Alright. We got it. We're good. Avoid that. Okay, easy peasy. Hold them all over by the tower. Now, we're gonna max range this just for safety. Get behind the wall. There it is, we got it. Okay, number 8, a bombardee of a bombardee of errors. All right, everything here is petrification and freeze. These are bombs, however. So they probably explode. All right. Yes, I have the right idea. Okay. Sonic boom. Oh, I should probably damage him first. Let's try that again. All right. Fish. Get out of that. He gets ice resistance up, so we kind of want to stagger these. Oh, we have to time it to cast that. All right, let's just try this. That technically worked. Very scuffed, not how you're supposed to do it, but it technically worked. We cannot petrify him. He does not have any particular weaknesses. I think we just fight him straight up until we see some sort of gimmick occur. Right? I think that's the plan. Let's do this. Get slide casted, idiot. Oh, he's doing this stuff. Okay, hold on. I didn't need to throw a fish there. Oh, I didn't interrupt his magic tongue. That was a mistake. You know what? I'm going to reset this. We're going to reset this. We're going to do this again. We go again. We know what to expect this time. We're going to put these out here on the outside. When the ads spawn, we Ram's voice. Don't let him golden tongue. We switch to Ram's voice. Thought that pudding was about to explode. Fish. Oh, I didn't get it off in time. Alright, I have a plan for that, though. We're gonna turn on Mighty Guard. This should hopefully help us kind of live. Fish. There we go. Oh, I gotta pay attention to my mana. I'm not used to playing a caster. The idea of putting all the orbs outside was working. Just kind of got confuddled running around in circles. Good timing. Okay, we can turn off Mighty Guard because he doesn't have his buff anymore. Do we go for the kill shot below 10%? We'll go for it when we get our buff. Our off guard, then we can kill him with the final sting here. What? Oh, I think he killed me with Death Ray. Oh, no. I'm not risking the final sting here. Also, because I don't want to sit through this whole fight again. All right. We did it. There we go. To kill a mocking slime. All right. One more for today that I care about. Because at 10, I believe you get a special spell. So we just have one more guy. He is immune to Petrify. So we're going to have to fight it straight up, just like the last one. Okay, you're a lot shorter than I thought you'd be. Let's do this thing. Oh yeah, you're way shorter than I thought you'd be. Okay, so this fight's just gonna be a don't let him do his interruptible. And don't stand in AoEs. That's gonna be the whole fight a second time. I will say, I like the stages that are like a fun little puzzle more than the ones that are just like, hey, fight a guy. Like, these ones just aren't as interesting to me. Because really, it's just, okay, he's gonna be really tanky and this is gonna take a while. Alright, we final sting this. And that's 10 done. I'm getting an achievement for it. That was I'll be honest, that was a really boring and dumb stage. How fast is the average for clearing that? 310? Yeah, I had it like 3.5, so there are ways, but yeah, no, there's no gimmick to these. It's just straight up fight them. Now, of course, we're not done. We have to get all the way down here and kill this guy. But we did just get a new spell. If we go over to our friends... Is it this way? It's this way. We should have another totem waiting for us. The Moon Flute Totem. Where did I get this from? I don't need that. And there we have it, the Moon Flute. Grants the effect of Waxing Nocturne, increasing damage dealt by 50% and movement speed by 30% for 15 seconds. That's pretty considerable. When the effect ends, the player is affected with Waning Nocturne, preventing the use of auto attack, weapon skills, spells, or abilities. Interesting. So essentially, if you burst kill it in 15 seconds, this is great. And there we have it. That'll be all for this part. We're just going to leave it off here. I don't know how often these are going to come out. I'm just going to keep working through Blue Mage as I have time, and then try and like piece it up. That way the videos aren't too long. But anyways, that is all for now. Until next time.